I'm about to spray you in the face with facts. Did you know motorcycle riders are 28 times more likely to die in a motorcycle accident and 4 times more likely to be injured? Sucks, right? So what can we do about it? I'm going to tell you 5 things you can do to make your riding a little bit safer. So let's go.
Mike and Ty on these bikes, living life to the fullest. Second chance at it, they record, you can look it. Every place they at on these open roads. Each restaurant, they might hunt the ghosts. Allow me to welcome you or welcome you back. Mike and Ty on the channel, never know where they at. So lock in, they gon' make it exciting. Get lost in the videos and don't forget to like them up.
Okay, before we get into today's episode, hey, there you are. I want to start off by saying I apologize. I'm sorry I was a little late posting this episode. We're about a week behind now because I was moving into this new, pretty sick bachelor pad. I was moving, I started school, life's been crazy, but here we are, and here's the content. So for the old way for the government to try and reduce motorcycle accidents was to tell the general public through some cheesy PSA, look twice for motorcycles, or share the road, putting the burden on everybody.
Hey, look out!
Look twice for motorcyclists.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work. What can we do about it? Well, the number 5 thing you can do is avoid New Hampshire. That's right. Just don't go there. If being home to the country's first serial killer wasn't enough, according to Forbes motorcycle accident statistics and numbers for 2023, New Hampshire is the most dangerous state for motorcycle riders. Direct quote. 1 out of every 4 fatalities in that state involve a motorcycle. Nope, not today. Number 4, avoid intersections. I know it's impossible, but at least use more caution when you come to an intersection. 35% of fatalities happen at intersections. Okay, quick side note. This is what it has to do with birds. In 2013, 2 Canadian biologists went to France and conducted a study. Basically, they would drive towards flocks of birds, whether it's pigeons or doves or whatever species they were testing at the time. What they would do is they would measure how long it took for the bird to fly away. Logic would dictate the bird would see the car coming, judge the speed, and then fly away. But after they conducted this experiment, the results of the study were not that. Basically, the rate of which the bird would fly away only changed on roads with higher posted speed limits. So either the bird can read, or the birds have an average of how fast a car travels. For example, in a neighborhood, cars drive slow in neighborhoods. So the bird says, I got plenty of time. But then when somebody's traveling at 50, 60 miles an hour, they get hit, which is why some birds get hit by cars. They don't actually judge the speed or the distance of the vehicle. They go off the average. And what does that have to do with people? Well, considering most motorcycle accidents happen at intersections, think about when somebody's pulling out of a driveway or in front of you in an intersection. They make a right turn, judging based on the speed and distance. Or are they? The number 3 thing, wear a helmet. They are 37% effective in preventing fatalities. Side note, helmet usage has decreased 6%. I can't hold up 6 fingers. So anyway, helmet fatalities have decreased 6% since the year 2000. My bad. All right, the number 2 thing, go for a ride in the country. Texas is great for most open spaces. The statistics show 61% of motorcycle fatalities happen in urban areas. We all tend to live in urban areas. So when you ride, try to get away from the urban areas. All right, the number 1 thing you can do. It only affects 7% of motorcycle accidents, but that 7%, that can be reduced. It's not a huge percentage, but if you haven't thought about it before, you can thank me later for saving your 7% ass. So what is it? Rear ends. That's right, I'm not talking about the Kim Kardashian trunk, but rather getting hit from behind on your motorcycle. I have a friend, he's an excellent rider, he's a rider coach, and he rides a sport bike. He's a firm believer in leaving a lot of distance between him and the drivers behind him. And it's for that purpose. He showed me video after video of somebody getting hit from behind by somebody driving down the highway not paying attention, or somebody who fails to stop properly because they're not paying attention at a red light or whatever the reason. So how do we do this? Well, you can ride ahead of traffic. You can accelerate and give yourself some space, but the threat is still coming from behind. So watch your mirrors constantly. You should be looking around at all times. But also, when you get to a stoplight and you have a car in front of you, leave yourself an escape path and don't stay in neutral. I know holding the clutch sucks, but you can't take off if you need to. And don't turn off your bike. Now, when it comes to safety gear, most new riders go out and buy everything. They all buy the same padded jackets, the gloves, the full-length boots, because MSF tells you to do that. And that's fine. Wear the fluorescent colors, do all those things. The bigger thing is preventing the accident from happening. When it comes to actually crashing and going down, it's great to have all the gear and pads. I heard a quote the other day on Reddit that had to do with motorcycle accidents and safety gear, and I think it's relative, something that may stick with you. That quote was, "Physics are gonna physic." I mean, you hit the pavement isn't gonna lose. Doesn't matter what you're wearing. Just don't crash. Don't hit the pavement. Follow my 5 things, and hopefully it'll keep you safe. Or at least help a little bit. If you found this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a little bit. Also, check out this video.